Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Welcome to our channel, Our Philippine Journey. Let me just click that. It works. I'm working with some new software, so you'll have to excuse it, a couple of bugs. Hey, look, can you live in the Philippines? Can you retire in the Philippines? Can you visit the Philippines on $1,500 US a month? Yes, you can. Let me save you the trouble of the entire video, which might be two. I'm not sure yet. But I can save you the trouble and say, yeah, you can. I can save you the trouble and also say it depends on what you want. However, I'm one of those people that I require empirical data to make a decision. There are tons of videos out there, great videos, bullshit videos on what it takes to live in the Philippines. Some are highly informative, some are great, some are very specific, some are very generalized. We're going to tackle one thing and one thing only. Can you do it for $1,500 a month? How do you do it? We're going to give you the websites. We're going to give you tours of the different places that you can rent in different price ranges. We're going to give you the spreadsheet that goes with it. We're going to give it all to you. And we're going to give you the caveats that allow you to manipulate what it is you spend your money on so that you can see, can I do it for more, or does my lifestyle require less? So here we go. Yes, you can retire. Yes, you can do it for $1,500 a month. How much money you have left over is variable. It's variable based upon what you require and what you want. And here's why. The two biggest factors that you would include in here, let's exclude healthcare. All right? We're just going to exclude it because if you're healthy and young, your options would be far different than those people who have high comorbidities or are not so young. You've got to figure that in. Can't answer that question for you. Nothing we can really do about it. Are you on medications? Do you require certain things? So we took where we live. All right. Now we have a home in Mindanao, but we don't live there. It's kind of a family home. All right. And we have a condo in Angeles City. We chose Angeles City because there's a large expat population. There's an international airport. There are a ton of restaurant options. There are a ton of entertainment options. And there are a ton of living accommodations from all the way down to all the way up. We don't live on this budget. Do not judge our previous videos based upon that budget because that budget does not work. Period. End of story. But hey, it all does it. So what is being retired? Retired or visiting, huh? What's retired? Well, you know what? The Oxford Dictionary, and this doesn't apply to just being retired. You could use this as well as visiting. Okay? But we did this because so many people want to know, what's it going to cost me to retire there? Well, okay. Retirement. Retirement is the action or fact of leaving one's job and ceasing to work. Kinda, sorta, but not really. Okay? There are three types of retirement: traditional retirement, semi-retirement, temporary retirement, and then there are other considerations. So in other words, there's really no typical, although there may be typical definitions of retirement, nobody could be accurately described as fitting in, a square peg into a round hole. Well, with that being said, what's it going to cost you to live here? What's it going to go through? Well, I'm going to show you some things, and then I'm going to show you the spreadsheet that goes with it. And then we're going to go through what's it going to actually take. So when you're here and you're living here, okay, what do you need? Well, you've got your daily hygiene. Let's hope it's daily at least. Okay. So your daily hygiene. Toothpaste. You got to brush your teeth. Need to brush your teeth. If you don't brush your teeth, they're going to rot and you're going to end up in the dentist. And that's going to cost you more money. Okay? It's just that simple. So after toothpaste, well, this is the Philippines. And by God, in the Philippines, you are going to need deodorant. There you go. There's the prices. Now, it's all in the spreadsheet and defined, but these are the things that we went through. You're going to need deodorant. You're going to need soap. There you go. All right. But let's get past those basics and let's move to the next parts. Okay? You're going to need to eat. Now, our budget that we set up at 15,000 peso, $1,500 a month, looks a little like this. Okay? You've got rent, you've got a cell phone plan, you've got food, electric. Let's go down the list. Rent. I have 17,000 a month for rent. Now, 17,000 pesos a month is 300 and I don't know, 20 bucks a month. 17,000 can get you a 1-bedroom apartment in a fairly new, actually they just opened up last month, apartment complex, remodeled apartment building called, I think it's Dr. A Budget Suites or something like that, or Dr. A Condo Budget Condotel. All right. I'm going to give you the links to what would be, I'm not going to give you I'm going to give you the links down below. I'm not going to steal somebody else's videos, but I'm going to give you the links to 3 different people. I'm going to give you the links to CJ Abroad. I'm going to give you the links to Philo in the Philippines, and I'm going to give you the links to Chubbs. All 3 of them tour different facility, different places at different costs. All right. You can go to each one of their websites and you can look around and you can see. But one of the places that they recently looked at was a place called Dr. A's. It's going to be a little bit more of a trike ride. It's not going to be 100 pesos. It's probably going to be about 150 pesos to Walking Street or Malabañas, Balibago. Right? But it is highly secure. It is brand new, remodeled. It has aircon. It has hot water. It is 1 bedroom or an efficiency. So it can go between 11,000 a month up to 17 for that. Chubbs will show you another place, Ilti, I'll get to it, but he'll show you 2 more places. They're a little bit more expensive, but they're right in the heart of Malabañas. And, you know, I would say 75% at least, if not more, of the people that come to visit Angeles City live in this area. Probably even more. But that area consists of many expats. So you'll have somebody to talk to. You'll have somebody to engage in a conversation. Especially if you're retired, you're going to need that. Okay? So, cell phone plan. Globe, Smart, Ditto. If you've got Wi-Fi where you live, and most of the restaurants here have Wi-Fi also, then you don't use cellular. And in fact, most you'll find that the vast majority of Filipinos that you may interact with, they're going to be on Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, or Viber. So you don't need a huge data calling plan, but you may. It depends again on what you're into. Right? Remember, we did a video on banking and communications back to the US. You might want to check that out. So 300 pesos a month will actually cover you on that in a very sparse but usable manner. Reasonable. You can get away with it. Big expense next is food. Food is one of those things that you can vary in many different ways. So if we look at food, okay, and you know, we give you approximately $20 a day. $20 a day will get you, let's see here. Well, $7 US at Tequila Reef. Bacon and eggs, any style. All right? Bacon and eggs. So 3 eggs, bacon, regular or crispy. I prefer mine crispy. Home fries or hash browns. 2 slices of toast with butter or jelly. And 2 cups of brewed coffee for 340 pesos. So that's $7. Theoretically, I'm saying this theoretically. Theoretically, you could eat breakfast 3 times a day for 21 bucks a month. $21 a day. Now, if half of your food is going to be local Filipino food, and you can look at you know, the rest of the menu here to see the different costs at Tequila Reef. And then there's the Mexican menu as well. All right. The chicken chimichangas and the carne asada skirt steak are very, very good. And one chicken chimichanga fills me up, no problem. I can easily live, if I had to, and actually I probably should, as fat as I am, on 2 meals a day, which would drastically cut down that $20 a day thing, and they'd both be Western style meals. But that's to give you just a general idea. And then Mexican dinners, and you know, this is just all of their menu. But then they have like their pancit, they have their fried rice. Now, I'm not going to say this in a negative fashion because I like Tequila Reef. Their service is great. Their food is good. But you can buy cheaper, obviously. You know, you can eat at these little calderias on the side of the street, local Filipino food. There are restaurants with local Filipino food. And that will cut your food costs down dramatically. Dramatically. But I'm just saying, from a Western point of view, this is what you could do. And now you can decide where to save. It's really that simple. All right? Now, with that being said, all right, you've got food. Then you've got electric. Now, I've seen places or people that say, hey, I rent for 350 bucks a month and it includes electric and water. Okay, fine. I don't. And I don't have experience with that. But worst comes to worst, this is what you've got. If you turn your electric, let's say you have that 1-bedroom place or a studio, okay? And you run your aircon only at night, and you run that aircon only when you go to bed, and when you're not there, that aircon's off, and during the day, it's off, and a fan is sufficient, you're going to be down to, somewhere between 2 and 4,000 pesos a month. Closer, if you turn that aircon on at 5 o'clock in the evening and you're home 6 nights a week, well, it's going to run you about 4,000 pesos a month, depending again on the size of the place. The smaller it is, the cheaper it's going to be. So it's hard to do this, but for a typical 1-bedroom, that's where it's going to be. We have friends that are in 1-bedrooms, and we have friends that are in studios, and they're paying far more than 17,000 a month. But it's based on location, and these are larger units, more amenities. But you don't necessarily need those. What you need is safe, secure, clean living. Can you do it? Yeah. Can you live in that small area? Sure. I guess, depends on how much clutter you've got and how much junk are you bringing with you. So all of that depends. Now the next one. The next one's another big variable. Okay? It's how much are you going to bar hop? If you're going to bar hop, okay? Let's just say you're bar hopping and you're going to have 4 drinks on Walking Street. On Walking Street. There are much cheaper bars. 4 drinks on Walking Street. For you, 4 drinks on Walking Street for girls. 8 drinks. There's the math. Figure it out. It's $181. The explanation is there. Period. End of story. You can jostle that. Suppose you're, going to go out once a week. Suppose you're going to go out twice a month. Well, again, you got to cut that down. So you're going to have more money left over. But this is what we see as typical. This is very typical. Okay? If you don't go to Walking Street, well, hey, if you're buying well drinks instead of call drinks, so for instance, if you say I want rum and Coke, well, that's cheaper than saying I want Captain Morgan and Coke. All right? Beer is even cheaper. Red Horse is even cheaper than regular beer at certain places. So there you go. We're going to make the assumption you're not going to add the expense of car insurance and registration and everything else. You're not going to have a car, you're not going to have a scooter, and you're not going to have the expense of renting one. You're going to live in a general area that you're going to pay about 100 pesos each way to where everything is. Now keep in mind, we're saying this because if you live in this general area, everything is going to be within 100 pesos and walking, or even just walking. If you live in Malabañas up here in Candy, at the Candy Resorts and LT and Sofia and all of that, all right, Angelica, you can easily walk to Walking Street. I suggest you take a trike home at night if it's late. Only because you have to go, through some dark areas. Why take that kind of a chance? 800 pesos for 8 trips a week. Some going on down. Bath soap, showed you the prices. Deodorant, toothpaste, laundry. You got to wash your clothes. Now, if you're willing to wash your clothes in your sink or in a bucket, hang them up to dry, you can save there. That runs you $1,400 a month. Okay? Oh, I forgot your visa extension. If you're just visiting, you don't have to worry about it. If you're more than the visa, the visa you get upon entry, well, it's going to cost you 800 pesos to extend it. If you stay for more than 3 months, you're going to have to get an ACR card, ACR ID card. They call it an ACRI. Sorry. You're going to have to get that, but you know what? These are some of the things you have to consider down the road. But now you're at $1,400 a month. You could cut this down pretty reasonably. And when I say pretty reasonably, you know, if you were willing to live in a small studio, well, that just cut you down to $1,300 a month. If you were willing to cut your food costs by 50% or less, let's just say we cut your food cost down to $20,000 a month. Well, now you're down to $1,000 a month. Now, some of this stuff you can't really do. I mean, you got to have a cell phone, you got to have electricity, but your bar hops, oh, that's a big deal. That's a real big deal. You know, if you cut those down in half, you're going to save another $100, $150 a month. If you're willing to walk more, you save more. All of these things. So yes, you can do it. You absolutely can do it. So now I promised you that I would show you some other options. And boom. And we're going to bring this over here. And we're going to bring this up. And then we're going to go here. And let's see if this is going to work. CJ Abroad. So CJ Abroad. I'm blocking out CJ's face. No, never mind. All right. So CJ Abroad. And we're going to go down. I want you to look at blessing and grand opening of Dr. A Studios. Okay? Bottom right-hand corner. That'll give you another idea. Certainly it will. Or, instead of CJ Abroad, we go to Philo. Really nice guy. Really and truly. Walk around. Where is he? Where is it? Let's see here. Bum, 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 bum. Up. Okay. So, bottom left-hand corner, grand opening budget studio units. There's Dr. A over there, and there's Philo. See, so we're giving you empirical data. We're saying, look, here it is. We're not telling you can do this. We're showing you the actual reviews that were just done in all of these. Then you get over here to Chubbs, DC. Okay, Chubbsy. Chubbs Dub. Okay. Now, in Chubbs, you have to look around and find, yes, this is the one at the very top. ELTI Suites. Take a look at where Chubbs used to live and will live. All right, actually shows you his actual moving day. So, yeah. That being said. Again, giving you empirical data. This is the data that you need. This is what, it goes along with. You can slice it and dice it, but I'm saying to you, I can't find anybody that's willing to give a certain amount of time and effort, and they're saying, I can live with a more minimized life, but still want to enjoy it at $1,500 a month. Yes, you can do it. Number two, you can do it for less. it depends on where you want to go. I know somebody that rents a small house over about, I don't know, 15 minutes. It's probably about, I don't know. It's probably about 200 peso trike ride from where he lives to Walking Street. But his rent's like $240 a month. And he's in a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom house, excuse me. So, it's all about what you want. It's all about where you're going to go. There are older units available in the area that will rent. There are less expensive places. They're not as, what would I call them? They don't have as many amenities. But yes, you can. You absolutely can. Now, this is Angeles City. And in Angeles City is an expensive place to live. More expensive than many other places. There are people in Dumaguete who live on $1,000, $1,200 a month. Maybe even better. There is less to do, more to do. Not more to do, but there is less to spend money on. All right? Their pricing structures are less. I don't know how to say it any other way. There are cheaper places to live. So if you can live here in Angeles City for $1,500 a month, you can live many other places for less. You have to decide what it is in those places that keeps you happy. In other words, will it keep you occupied? Will you be happy with it? Do I have internet where I'm at? Will I be able to do this? Will I be able to do that? Each one of the units that Chubbs, Philo, and CJ show you come with free Wi-Fi. May not be blazing fast, but it'll get you by. All right? So, look, we'll release more as we go down the ride. Please subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and comment. Let us know what exactly it is that you think. Can you live like that after you look at this? After looking at this, where would you cut corners? How would you change that budget? Would you add other things to it? Would you add healthcare? Would you take this away? Would you say, I'm only going to bar hop like this? Let us know. But the reality is, you can do it. It can be done as long as you're willing to live within the parameters of what that will buy. So thanks so much. Have a great day. And again, please subscribe and hit that thumbs up. Thank you.